I'm Steve Caputo, president of Strobe Promotions. Welcome. We're going to do something a little different with our blog today. We thought we would do a video blog or a vlog. Something we're going to call 5 in 5, where we try to address 5 questions in about 5 minutes about a relevant promotion topic. I'm joined today by Senior Vice President Sherry Westfall. How are you doing today?
Very well, thank you.
And I think today our topic is going to be something called UGCs. So let's start by asking the simple question. What is UGC?
UGC is user-generated content, or also known as user-generated contest. Basically, it's when a sponsor asks the consumers to engage with their brand and provide them with either a recipe or an essay or a photo or a video utilizing their product.
And are they always contests?
Not always. A lot of times they do it as a contest where they judge them and then post them. But they can also be either a testimonial for the use of the product or also a random draw sweepstakes.
So in essence, the content they provide is just a qualifier in that
Correct.
case.
Correct.
So let's, again, take it from the starting points. Why do brands use UGCs? And for the sake of our conversation, let's consider UGC contests.
Contests in general. For the most part, I feel that the brands are utilizing them because they engage with the consumers. They are interactive, they're fun, they also show the sponsors the way that the consumers are actually utilizing their products. And also it creates content for the brand. They can utilize it on the website, and it shows them, it gives them more information about their products and the consumers that are using them.
Okay, so in addition to UGC programs being fun and interactive, engaging, and great ways for brands to generate content, isn't it also possible that they could be a lever to involve a community that isn't necessarily submitting entries?
Right. Right, because there are people out there that no matter what you do and how and what the promotion is, they're not going to submit a video. However, you can still engage that consumer by letting them be part of a community vote. You go through the entries in the contest and you whittle them down to maybe 5 or 10 of the best ones. And you post those and you allow your community at large to vote for the best one and award the prize that way.
Great. I imagine it's not an easy thing just to say I want to run a UGC contest. There must be some pitfalls. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what they might be?
There's many pitfalls, and in 5 in 5 we don't really have time to cover them all, but a few of them might be, for instance, a lot of overzealous clients want to post the entries throughout the entry period. And what that does is it gives other consumers an unfair advantage to those that already have posted. They post their ideas, somebody else sees it, and then somebody else can copy that idea and post their entry utilizing the same thing. The other thing also, obviously, is content. It's not always appropriate. The sponsors have to be careful to make sure that whatever the consumers are submitting is in keeping with the brand and the sponsor's image.
And you haven't even touched on what the legal issues
Oh,
might be.
legal. Legal is a whole other issue. A couple of the main points you have to look out for, intellectual property issues. In a video or a photo, for instance, if someone in the shot is wearing another person's logo that's not the sponsor, that sponsor doesn't have permission to utilize other people's logos, nor does the consumer have permission. Rules need to be set, criteria in a contest in particular. The consumers need to know what it is that they have to adhere to in order to enter the contest. Lastly, the ownership of the content. Sometimes sponsors forget to put a clause in the rules that states that they own and have the rights to utilize whatever it is that the sponsor, the consumer submits.
You brought something up there. I just want to clarify about the judgeable criteria in a contest, the difference between a sweepstakes and a contest. Clearly that a sweepstakes is a random drawing, as I think you said earlier.
Yeah.
And a contest is decided based on judgeable, measurable criteria, as you say, clearly outlined
Right.
in the rules.
Correct.
So I'm a brand, and I've decided that I really like the idea of a UGC promotion. I even go down the road to say a contest sounds perfect. I want my consumers to create some content for us. We're going to judge it. What do I do? How do I get started?
Good question. Call us. That's the first thing now. That you really need to know your objectives. What are you looking for? Are you looking for many, many entries? Are you looking for the quality of the entries? My suggestion most times is for people to picture what their perfect entry looks like. What is it that you want the consumers to submit? Then go from there. One thing that's also overlooked often is the clients have to speak to their internal legal departments. Sometimes there are privacy policy issues where the client doesn't have the rights to utilize or to ask their consumers to submit them or to use the content. So you have to make sure that legally that you're okay with doing them.
So not only from a promotion standpoint, but from the brand privacy policies, the brand's policies alone.
Correct.
Okay. And that should wrap it up for today's edition of 5 and 5. We hope you enjoyed this and found it informational. If you have any questions you'd like to ask us, please email us at info@strobepromo.com. We'll try and get them on the blog. Thanks.
Bye.